Okay, students, we were doing the formulae. If y is constant, the derivative will be equal to 0. The constant of all the constant have the derivative 0. If y is a function of x, x is to power n, so derivative will become n, n, the power will come over there into x is to power n minus 1. The power will multiply with the function, and the power of the function will become 1 less than the original power. 1 less than the original power. If it is 5, x is to power 5, it will become 5 x is to power 4 minus 1. 5 minus 1 will be 4. If it is 7 x is to power 3, it will become x is to power 3, it will become 3 x is to power 2. Now the next, if the both functions are being multiplied, some constant into x is to power n. So the derivative will become, the constant will remain as it is. If it is separate, independent, so the derivative will be 0. But if it is not independent, it is multiplied with some function of x. When c, the constant is being multiplied with some function of x, so this constant will be written as it is, and it will be multiplied with the derivative of x is to power n. The derivative of x is to power n is n x is to power n minus 1. If constant is being multiplied with some function of x, then constant will remain as it is, and it will be multiplied with the derivative of x raised to power n. The derivative of x raised to power n is n x raised to power n minus 1. So in this case, when constant is being multiplied with some function of x, so the derivative of constant will not be 0. Constant will be remain as it is, and it will be multiplied with the derivative of x raised to power n. Okay. So these are some basic formulae, and when there is a sum of plus, if u and v are the function of x and they are being added or subtracted, if y is a sum of the two functions, sum or difference of the two functions, Muhammad Asif Khan 62998. So when y is a sum or difference of the two functions, y is the sum or difference of the two functions, so the derivative of y will be equal to the derivative of u dash means du upon dx, or plus minus, if it is plus we will write plus, if it is minus we will write minus, the derivative of v. If the two functions are being added or subtracted, their derivative, their individual derivative will be added or subtracted. If they are being added, it will be plus sign. If they are being subtracted, the minus sign. The both should be, if this is a function of x, that means if is x is to power 3 plus 2x, x is to power 2. Suppose it is y is x is to power 3 and this is x is to power 2. So dy upon dx will become the derivative of x is to power 3, it will become 3 x is to power 2 plus minus whatever be the sign, x square will be equal to 2 into x is to power 1. Its derivative will become this one, it's plus minus whatever there be the sign, and then x square will be 2x. The derivative of x cube will be 3x square plus minus derivative of x square will be 2x as per the formula. Sayyid Muhammad Hamza Raza 62381. So in this way, these are some formulae. So that was the question. Some example I gave. Now, if they are being multiplied, u into v, u dash means the derivative of u. Y dy upon dx can be written y dash. Dy upon dx can be written dy upon dx can be written y dash. Dy upon dx means the derivative, y dash means the derivative. Dy upon dx means the derivative of y with respect to x, y dash means the derivative of y with respect to x, as well as u dash means the derivative of u with respect to x, v dash means derivative of v with respect to x. Now if the two functions are being multiplied, both are the function of x, so the derivative of y will be equal to the derivative of the first function into the second function plus the derivative of the second function into the first function. When we have the product of two functions of x, when we have the product of the two functions of x, then we will take the derivative of any one of them into the other function plus the derivative of the other function into the first function. So one time we will take the derivative of one function and the other function is multiplied, then the plus sign, the derivative of the other function and into the first function. And now this is called the product formula. This is called sum and difference formula. Sum and difference formula. This is called the product formula. And now the division, this is called the quotient formula. This is called the quotient formula. When the two functions are being divided, then y dash will be equal to the derivative of y. Y dash means the derivative of y will be equal to the derivative of the numerator, upper function, into the denominator. Then the minus sign. Sumer Ansar 63006. Minus the derivative of the denominator into the numerator divided by the square of the denominator, not the derivative. This is the square of the denominator, v square. So this is called the quotient formula. Y is equal to u upon v, then y dash will be equal to u dash into v minus v dash into u upon v square. This will be remain in the same order. You may change the order. This may become first and this may become last in the product formula. But in the quotient formula, the order will remain same. First you have to take the derivative of the numerator into the denominator, then minus sign the derivative of the denominator into the numerator, whole upon the square of the denominator. And the last formula for the algebraic functions of the derivative differentiation, if y is equal to ax plus b whole raised to power n, if y is equal to ax plus b whole raised to power n, then the derivative y dash will become, first of all, n will be changed over there and the power will be shifted over there. N into ax plus b raised to power n minus 1. If we have the whole power, ax plus b whole power, so n power will be multiplied with the function ax plus b and the power will be 1 less than the given power. If it is n, it will be n minus 1. It is 5, it will be 4. It is 6, it will be 5 into the derivative of what is inside the power ax plus b, not any power, only the function what is inside the bracket. Without power, we will take the derivative of that one. First we multiply, we will take the power over there, n into ax plus b raised to power n minus 1. Then it will be multiplied with the derivative what is inside this one. This is also called the chain rule. This is also called the chain rule, because first we take this one, then we'll multiply with the that one. Again and again we are multiplying with the derivative. So this is called the chain rule. So these formula will be used. So we will do the exercise. Three point one. I have already shared the previous exercise, that was 2.4, and by mistake I wrote is 2.3 on the board. On the board I wrote by mistake 2.3. Actually that is 2.4. Actual that is 2.4. I shared that exercise. I shared this formula and I shared this exercise 3.1. I shared in the group all these three. The exercise 2.4 of the limits of the infinity and the trigonometrical functions, and then I shared these formulae, and then I also shared the exercise 3.1 of differentiation, which we are going to do. We will use these formulae to solve this exercise. Exercise 3.1. Use the definition, calculate the derivative of the function in exercise 1.1 to 6. Then find the value of the derivative as specified. Question number 1, f of x is given 4 minus x square. First of all, we find the derivative. Then we find f dash. F dash 0. f dash 1. So first of all, we find the f dash x is the derivative df upon dx. F dash x means df upon dx. Derivative of f of x with respect to x. There is no y, don't write y. Y is f of x is 1 actually. So we will find the derivative. The derivative of constant will be 0 minus the derivative of x square will be 2 into x raised to power 2 minus 1 will be x. We will subtract 1 power from 2. It will become that 2 will come over there and 1 power will be subtracted from 2. It will become power 1. So the answer is minus 2x. The derivative of constant is 0. There, it is not associated with function of x. This is separate. So its derivative will become 0. And the derivative minus has come over there. Then the derivative of x square will be 2x. Now we'll find f dash minus 3. This is the first part, f dash minus 3. So that means in the derivative, we will substitute x is replaced by minus 3. In the derivative, x is replaced by minus 3. So minus 2 into minus 3. So the answer will become 6. Then f dash 0. X is replaced by 0. Minus 2 into 0. Answer is 0. F dash 1. X is replaced by 1. Minus 2 into 1. The answer is minus 2. In this way, we will do this question. Question number 2. F dash x equal to x minus 1 whole square plus 1. And we will find f dash minus 1, f dash 0, f dash 2. So first of all, we'll open it. X minus 1 whole square can be opened easily. So therefore, no need to use the formula of the chain rule. No need to use chain rule, just open it. So we are not finding the differentiation, we are writing as it is, we are simplifying this one. X minus 1 whole square will be x square minus 2x plus 1. A minus b whole square will be a square minus 2a into b plus b square and plus 1. It will become x square minus 2x plus 2. This is f of x. We didn't do the integration, differentiation. We just open it and simplify. Now we'll find the derivative. F dash x will become the derivative of x square we already done minus x square will be 2x and minus 2 is constant. The derivative of x is 1. The derivative of x is 1 and derivative of constant is 0. So it is 2x minus 2. This is 0. 2, derivative of x is 1. The derivative of x will become one power will come over there, x raised to power 1 minus 1. It will become 1 into x raised to power 0, 1 minus 1. It will be 0, and any number raised to power 0 will be equal to 1. So 1 into 1, the answer is 1. So the derivative of x always be 1. 2 is constant, and then multiplied by the derivative of x, that is 1. So derivative of x is 1. The answer is 2x minus 2. Now we will find f dash minus 1. X is replaced by minus 1. So 2 into minus 1, minus 2. This will become minus 2 is equal to 4. In the same way, we will find f dash 0, we will find f dash 2. Question number 3. G of t is equal to 1 over t square. And we have to find the value of g dash minus 1, g dash 2, g dash under root 3. G of t is equal to 1 over t square. We will find g dash minus 1, g dash 2, g dash 3 under root 3. So first of all, we don't have this formula. We have the formula u upon v. That will be very difficult. This is bit difficult. We can solve it easily if we shift this upside. If we simplify, this will become g of t is equal to t raised to power minus 2. 1 over t square will be equal to 1 into t raised to power minus 2. It will become t raised to power minus 2. Now we'll do the same method. G dash t will be equal to this power will come down, and here we'll subtract one power. It will become minus 2 t raised to power minus 2. We have to subtract minus 1. If the power may be positive, or power may be negative, or power may be in fraction, we have to subtract 1. We will subtract 1 from the power, whatever be the power. So minus 2 minus 1 will become minus 3. It can be written minus 2 upon t raised to power 3. This is g dash t. Now we'll put the values. This one, this one, this one. I'm doing the last one. The third part. G dash under root 3. It will become minus 2 upon under root 3 whole cube. Under root 3 whole cube means under root 3 into under root 3 into under root 3. So it will become under root 3 into under root 3 whole square will be 3 into under root 3. Under root 3 into under root 3 will be under root 9. And under root 9 will become 3 into under root 3. So the answer is minus 2 upon 3 under root 3. Under root 3 whole cube will become 3 under root 3. This is the answer for the third part, g dash under root 3. and 5 minus 1. So minus 1 raised to power 3 will be minus 1. So minus into minus will be 2 upon 1. The answer will be 2. And for the just second part, minus 2 upon 2 raised to power 3 will be 8. Minus 2 upon 8, 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8. So minus 1 upon 4 will be the answer for the second part. Question number 4. Question number 4. Kz is equal to 1 minus z upon 2z we may apply the formula u upon v. So this is u. Both are the function of z. This one as well as this one. So we may apply the formula u upon v. So if u is equal to 1 minus z, then u dash will become, the derivative of 1 will be 0 minus, and derivative of z will be 1. So 0 minus 1 will become minus 1. In the same way, v is equal to 2z. V dash 2 is constant, and derivative of z, as I wrote over there 1. Here also the derivative of z will be 1. The answer is 2. The answer is 2. So therefore u upon v. This is u, this is v. U upon v. This is u. 1 minus z, derivative is minus 1. V is 2z, derivative is 2. So now we'll find the derivative. K dash z will be equal to, what is the formula for u upon v? Will be u dash, will be u dash. First here I am write the formula. Derivative with respect to x of u upon v will be equal to u dash into v minus v dash into u upon v square. This is the formula. We'll put the value. Here we are taking the derivative. K dash z will be equal to u dash, that is minus 1. U dash is minus 1 into v. V is 2z. Minus v dash, that is 2. Into u is 1 minus z. Upon v square, that is 2z square. It will become minus 2z minus 2 plus 2z. Minus 2 is multiplied with the 1, will minus 2. Minus 2 is multiplied with minus z, it will be plus 2z. Upon 2 square will be 4, z square will be z2. Minus 2z and plus 2z does cancel. This will become minus 2 upon 4z square. Simplify, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. It will become minus 1 upon 2z square. Minus 1 upon 2z square. Then we can find the values. It is written k dash minus 1, k dash 1, k dash under root 2. So you will put the value of minus 1. Minus 1 square will be plus 1. Z is replaced by minus 1 square, minus 1. And z square minus 1 whole square will be 1. So 1 into 2 will be 2, minus 1 upon 2 will be the answer for k dash minus 1. And for k dash 1, z is replaced by 1, it will be 1 square is 1. So minus 1 over 2, the same answer. Now the third I am doing, k dash under root 2. It will become minus 1 upon 2 and z is under root 2 square, minus 1 upon 2 under root 2 square will be 2. The answer is minus 1 upon 4. The answer is minus 1 upon 4 is the answer. Question number 5.
और बस करते लिख लिख के थक गए।
बेटा मर जाओ लिख लिख के, छोड़ दो ये बीएस मत करो। किसने कहा था तुम्हें बीएस करो? Question number 5. P theta under root 2 theta. Both are in the under root. How to find? So that will be P. If we simplify, this is under root 2 and theta raised to power 1 over 2. Because we are not taking the derivative of under root 2, this is the constant, will remain as it is. The theta can be differentiated, therefore it is theta raised to power 1 over 2. So P dash theta will be equal to under root 2 into derivative of theta raised to power 1 over 2. It will become, power will come over there, and theta raised to power 1 over 2 minus 1. We will subtract 1 power. We will subtract 1 power from the given power, and that given power will be shifted over there. Multiplied. It will become under root 2 into 1 over 2 will be under root 2 upon 2. And theta raised to power 1 over 2 minus 1 will be minus 1 over 2. Minus 1 over 2 may be shifted down. Under root 2 upon 2 theta raised to power 1 over 2. And power theta 1 over 2 can be written in the root form 2 under root theta. Theta raised to power 1 over 2 can be written in the form under root theta. Understood all of you? Now the last question of the chain rule. Last question of the chain rule. Question number 6 is the last question for today. R of S under root 2s plus 1 It can be written 2s plus 1 raised to power 1 over 2. So we will take the derivative r dash s. First of all, the power will be shifted over there, and 2s plus 1 raised to power 1 over 2 minus 1. Then we will multiply by the derivative with respect to s, not x. The variable is s. So we will take with respect to s of this one, what is inside the bracket. So this is